On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Obstacle.
A thing that blocks one's way or prevents or hinders progress.
Examples:
An obstacle to progress. Obstacle avoidance. The obstacle course was challenging but fun.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Ingenuity.
The quality of inventing things or solving problems in clever new ways.
Examples:
The infinite ingenuity of man. Abound in ingenuity. Creativity and ingenuity are often brought about by extreme concentration.
Hint.
An indirect suggestion, a slight but appreciable amount of something.
Examples:
Hint of trouble. Helpful hints. There was no hint of a problem.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Stagnate.
To remain still, inactive, or without growth or development, to become stale or foul-smelling due to a lack of circulation or movement.
Examples:
Stagnate economy. Stagnate due to problems. If you don't exercise regularly, your fitness levels may stagnate.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries. Relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Prosperity.
The state of being successful and having the good fortune.
Examples:
Economic prosperity. Prosperity of humankind. This war shattered dreams of peace and prosperity.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Durable.
Capable of lasting and being used for a long time without being damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Durable piece. Durable materials. Our company's products are made of highly durable materials.
Aqueduct.
A structure constructed to carry water over a long distance, typically consisting of a series of arches or elevated channels supported by pillars or towers.
Examples:
Aqueduct system. Mountain aqueduct. The ancient Romans built an aqueduct to transport water to the city.
Fantastic.
Extremely good, excellent.
Examples:
A fantastic dress. Absolutely fantastic event. The new amusement park ride was fantastic, with twists, turns, and drops that left riders screaming with excitement.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Mortar.
A mixture of cement, sand, and water used for binding building materials together, a heavy, deep bowl used to pound or grind substances.
Examples:
Mortar joints. Apply mortar. The bricklayer started on the second course of bricks, laying them in fresh mortar.
Joint.
Shared, held, or made between two or more people. Noun, the point of connection between two bones or elements of a skeleton.
Examples:
A joint venture. The bone of a joint. After the summit meeting, the prime ministers issued a joint statement.
Suspension.
The act of delaying or stopping something happening, operating, etc., for a period of time, a mechanical system of springs or shock absorbers connecting the wheels and axles.
Examples:
Suspension of arms. Suspension bridge. The court ordered a long-term suspension of business.
Dizzy.
Having or causing a whirling sensation and not able to keep balance.
Examples:
Feel dizzy. Had a dizzy spell. Professional skaters can spin fast on the ice without getting dizzy.
Canyon.
A large deep valley with very steep sides of rock and usually formed by a river.
Examples:
Twisty canyon road. Canyon of skyscrapers. The Grand Canyon has an awe-inspiring sight.
Vine.
A climbing plant that produces grapes, any plant with a growth habit of trailing or climbing stems.
Examples:
A green vine. Vine of ore. A vine remains productive throughout the year.
Weave.
To make cloth, a carpet, a basket, etc., by repeatedly crossing a single thread through two sets of long threads at a right angle to them.
Examples:
Weave on a loom. Weave a story. The girl weaves a garland for her friend.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
Rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Unchanged.
Not altered, modified, or varied in any way.
Examples:
Unchanged routine. Unchanged from the previous month. The company's policy remained unchanged despite the criticism.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Synonymous.
Having the same or a similar meaning as another word or phrase.
Examples:
Synonymous terms. Non-synonymous mutation. The phrase big shot and important person are synonymous.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Reconstruct.
To build or form something again that has been damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Reconstruct an image. Reconstruct the original text. They've decided to reconstruct a ruined castle.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Stunning.
causing a strong emotional reaction of admiration, surprise, or shock due to its beauty, rarity, or excellence.
Examples:
Stunning beauty. Stunning disclosure. The stunning sunset took everyone's breath away.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
Landscape architect. Architect of the Peace Accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Lord.
A person who has general authority, control, or power over others, a man of noble rank or high office.
Examples:
A young lord. Lord of castle. The feudal lord had ruled the land for many years.
Foster.
To promote a growth, to take care of another person's child, usually for a limited time, without becoming their legal parents.
Examples:
Foster a better relationship. Foster 2 kids. The pastor contributed to fostering the sense of a community embracing all classes.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Spectacular.
Striking or impressive to look at or in performance or achievement.
Examples:
Spectacular view. Achieve spectacular growth. The spectacular fireworks display was the highlight of the festival.
Synergy.
The interaction of elements that, when combined, produce a total effect that is greater than the sum of the individual elements.
Examples:
Synergy collaboration. Synergy between businesses. The new software program was designed to increase productivity by promoting employee synergy.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Sublime.
Of such excellence, grandeur, or beauty as to inspire great admiration or awe.
Examples:
Sublime ignorance, sublime beauty. The view from the mountaintop was genuinely sublime.
Castle.
A large building, typically of the medieval period, fortified against attack with thick walls, battlements, towers, and often a moat.
Examples:
The ruins of a castle, castle moat. The medieval castle was surrounded by a moat and had high walls for protection.
Convenient.
Useful, helpful, or quick to do.
Examples:
Convenient way, convenient location. The airport offers 5 convenient access routes.
Structural.
Associated with the way on construction or organization of anything.
Examples:
Structural analyses, structural reorganization. The earthquake resulted in significant structural destruction.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child, adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Principal.
Most important, main, or chief.
Examples:
Principal actor, principal responsible. The principal reason for the company's success is its innovative products.
Beam.
A long, sturdy piece of timber, metal, or other material used to support a structure or span a distance, a ray or stream of light emitted by a source.
Examples:
Beam of light, a structural beam of a building. The sun's beam shone through the window and illuminated the room.
Compression.
The act or process of pressing or squeezing something together, often using force or pressure. Of physics, the reduction of volume or increase in pressure of a gas or fluid.
Examples:
Compression garment, data compression. The doctor recommended a compression bandage to reduce swelling in the injured area.
Arch.
A curved structure with 2 supports that holds the weight of something above it, such as a bridge or the upper part of a building.
Examples:
The arch of a person's foot, an arch-shaped stone structure. The arch bears the weight of the overhead bridge.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
The span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Lightweight.
Composed of thinner and lighter material than average, not severe or impressive.
Examples:
Lightweight aircraft. Lightweight structure. Powder coating protects the lightweight aluminum alloy components.
Cable.
A set of wires covered by plastic or rubber that carries electricity, phone signals, etc. A solid thick rope made of twisted hemp or steel wire.
Examples:
Cable television. Coaxial cable. This system uses submarine cables to exchange information between continents.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Scope.
The range of one's perceptions, thoughts, or actions, or a subject that.
Examples:
Scope of a project. Have broad scope. The scope of human thought is diverse.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
A digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Glacial.
Relating to or resembling a glacier equals a slowly moving mass of ice, or the process of glaciation, characterized by an extremely slow or gradual pace or movement.
Examples:
Glacial movements. Glacial terrain. The glacial pace of the negotiations frustrated both parties.
Summarize.
To give a brief statement of the most important facts or ideas about something.
Examples:
Summarizes the main ideas. Summarize text. Each chapter summarizes the most critical issues.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Balance.
A condition in which everything has the same weight or force, something left after other parts have been taken away.
Examples:
The balance of power. Asset on the company's balance sheet. Try to keep a balance between work and off.
Probabilistic.
Characterized by the influence of chance or probability, involving the use of statistical models or methods to estimate likelihoods or risks.
Examples:
Probabilistic model. Probabilistic approach. In a probabilistic system, the outcome is uncertain and can vary based on chance.
Excessive.
Greater than what seems necessary, normal, or desirable.
Examples:
An excessive force. Take excessive care. It would be best if you did not demand such an excessive charge.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Incidentally.
By the way, as an aside or in passing.
Examples:
Incidentally discovered. Incidentally mentioned. Incidentally, I know the answer to that question.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Adequate.
Enough, acceptable, satisfactory for a particular purpose or need.
Examples:
Adequate parking facilities. Provide adequate funding. This argument is still not adequate.
Margin.
The space around the edge of a page or document, Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
Margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Contrary.
Acting in opposition to what is expected or desired.
Examples:
The clear contrary. Contrary evidence. The two sides argued their points, but the judge ultimately sided with the contrary viewpoint.
Calculation.
The act or process of using numbers to judge an amount of something.
Examples:
Make a calculation. Calculation of loss and gain. The error in the calculation was attributable to rounding.
Alarming.
Causing concern or apprehension, causing a feeling of danger, harm, or emergency, unsettling or disturbing.
Examples:
Alarming news. Alarming statistics. The sudden rise in crime rates in our neighborhood is quite alarming.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples:
Play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Innovate.
To introduce new methods, ideas, or products.
Examples:
Innovate a new method. Innovate the quality of his life. Companies developing self-driving cars consistently innovate the emerging technologies.
Leap.
To jump or spring into the air, often with the feet leaving the ground or a surface below, to move quickly or suddenly, often forward or upward.
Examples:
Leap to a conclusion. Leap of faith. The athlete was able to leap over the hurdle with ease.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Gallop.
Of a horse, to run very quickly so that all 4 feet come off the ground together, to proceed very quickly.
Examples:
Gallop a horse. Gallop off at top speed. The horse galloped across the field at a fast pace.
Wobble.
To move or shake unsteadily from side to side or up and down.
Examples:
Wobble a few steps. Wobble chair. The table wobbled a little when I put my drink on it.
Twist.
To bend or turn something into a certain shape.
Examples:
Twist around to the left. Twist a wet towel. He twisted pieces of rope out of straw.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
Flexible schedules. A flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Chap.
A crack in the skin, especially on the lips or hands, caused by dryness or cold weather. A man or boy, verb, to crack, split, or roughen the skin, especially as a result of exposure to cold weather or wind.
Examples:
Chapstick. Nice chap. He suffered a painful chap on his hand after working with chemicals.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Overreact.
To react more strongly or excessively than is necessary or appropriate.
Examples:
Overreact with anger. Overreact to the criticism. She overreacted to the situation and caused unnecessary stress.
Aerodynamics.
The study of the motion of air, particularly its interaction with solid objects moving through it, such as aircraft or cars.
Examples:
Aerodynamics research. Aerodynamics design. The aerodynamics of the car allowed it to glide smoothly through the air.
Streamline.
To simplify or make more efficient by eliminating unnecessary parts or steps.
Examples:
Streamline administrative activities. Streamline workflow. The government plans to streamline the tax collection process to make it more efficient.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
sect beliefs, secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Torsion.
A twisting force that can deform or damage a structure or material, typically produced by a rotational motion.
Examples:
torsion stress, torsion angle. The torsion on the suspension bridge caused it to sway in the wind.
Stiff.
Not easily bent, flexible, or pliable, difficult to move or be maneuvered, difficult to relax, having a heavy or formal manner.
Examples:
stiff muscles, stiff penalty. Her body felt stiff after sitting at her desk for hours without moving.
Turkey.
Of an animal, a large bird with a fan-shaped tail native to North America, widely grown for food. Of a country, a Eurasian republic in Asia Minor and the Balkans.
Examples:
swell like a turkey, turkey breast meat. They prepared a stuffed turkey for Thanksgiving.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
principle of treatment, principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Chart.
A visual display of information such as a diagram, lists of figures, etc., a map designed to assist navigation by air or sea.
Examples:
a weather chart, a statistical chart. This pie chart represents our market share.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
a quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Payload.
The amount of cargo or goods that a vehicle or equipment is designed to carry or transport. In computing, the amount of data that can be transmitted over a communication system.
Examples:
payload capacity, satellite payload. The payload for the rocket launch included several satellites and scientific instruments.
Railway.
A transportation system consisting of tracks and trains, usually used for the transportation of goods or passengers over long distances.
Examples:
a private railway, railway station. The railway system connects cities and countries, making travel more convenient.
Deck.
A flat surface that is usually made of wood or other material and is attached to a building, vehicle, or other structure.
Examples:
Deck chairs. Hands on deck. She sat on the ship's deck, watching the sunset over the ocean.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Practically.
Almost or nearly.
Examples:
Practically constant. Practically impossible to find a parking spot. The store is practically empty.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples:
Carbon fiber. Synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Estuary.
A place where a river meets the sea, typically where the fresh and salt water mix.
Examples:
Estuary port. Estuary delta. The mouth of the river formed an estuary where saltwater and freshwater met.
Lifetime.
The duration of someone's life or of something's existence.
Examples:
Lifetime benefits. Lifetime ban formed the sport. She had lived through 2 world wars in her lifetime.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Prohibitively.
In a manner that discourages or prevents something from happening or being done, especially by making it too expensive.
Examples:
prohibitively long time, prohibitively difficult. The cost of the project was prohibitively high for the company to consider.
Pontoon.
A flat-bottomed boat or floating structure used as a platform or support, a device attached to the bottom of an aircraft to provide stability during takeoff and landing.
Examples:
pontoon boat, floating pontoon. The pontoon bridge was built to allow traffic to cross the river during the construction of the new bridge.
Tether.
To tie or secure an animal, person, or object with a rope, chain, or other similar devices to prevent it from moving too far away. Noun, a rope or chain used to tie up or restrain an animal, such as a horse or dog.
Examples:
tether a horse, tether strap. The hiker tethered their dog to a tree while they camped for the night.
Seabed.
The bottom of a sea or ocean, the surface of the sea's bed, which can be rocky, sandy, muddy, or covered with coral or other organisms.
Examples:
seabed mining, seabed habitat. The dense coral reefs on the seabed provide a home for various marine life.
Buoyancy.
The ability or tendency of an object to float in a fluid.
Examples:
buoyancy principle, buoyancy compensator. The object's buoyancy helped it float on the water's surface.
Stable.
Firm and steady, not easily moved, disturbed, or changed.
Examples:
in stable condition, have a stable job. Relations between the two countries have been relatively stable due to the summit meeting.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
a bell tower, the tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
excite the crowd, excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
possibility for growth, possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
administer justice, administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Concrete.
Existing in a physical or material form rather than an abstract one, based on facts rather than ideas or guesses, made of or covered with cement.
Examples:
A concrete noun. Concrete examples. The president asked for a more concrete plan.
Sculptural.
Relating to or resembling sculpture, equals a three-dimensional work of art, having a three-dimensional quality or appearance.
Examples:
Sculptural masterpiece. Sculptural design. The sculptural details on the building's facade were simply stunning.
Dull.
Not interesting or exciting, not bright, vivid, or shiny, not active, brisk, or sharp.
Examples:
A dull pain. Dull sight. The trade is dull right now due to the collapse of the prominent investment bank.
AI.
Abbreviation for artificial intelligence, the theory and development of computer systems capable of doing activities that would ordinarily need human intelligence, such as object recognition, speech recognition, decision-making, and language translation.
Examples:
AI expert. Apply AI technology to art. The evolution of processors has dramatically improved the performance of AI.
Allude.
To suggest or make reference to something indirectly.
Examples:
Allude to his low origin. Allude to the planning. He alluded to the problem but did not mention it directly.
Functional.
Designed for or capable of a particular activity, purpose, or task, practical or ready for use or service.
Examples:
Field of functional medicine. Functional deafness. The mobile phone was still functional even after being dropped.
Serviceable.
Fit for use or suitable for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Serviceable job. Old but serviceable. The serviceable clothes were worn but still in good condition.
Elegant.
Pleasing and graceful in appearance or manner, or showing good taste and refinement.
Examples:
Elegant design. Write elegant sentences. She wore an elegant evening gown to the gala.
Ugly.
Unattractive in appearance, unpleasant to look at.
Examples:
An ugly sound. Ugly building. The ugly truth was that he had been lying to her for months.
Enrich.
To make better or improve in quality by adding something else.
Examples:
Enrich a gas with a balloon. Enrich public services. Reading not only increases knowledge, but also enriches life.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Mediocrity.
The state or quality of being average or of having only moderate ability, success, or value. The state or quality of being uninspired or unoriginal.
Examples:
Sink into mediocrity. Escape mediocrity. He was content with living a life of mediocrity.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Mediocre.
Of only average quality, not very good.
Examples:
Mediocre performance. A mediocre talent. He was considered a mediocre artist compared to others in his field.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Large scale.
Involving many people or things, and involving a lot of change or activity.
Examples:
Large-scale project. Large-scale agriculture. The company is planning to make a large-scale expansion of its factory.
Vandalism.
The willful and malicious destruction or defacement of property that belongs to another person or the public, the act of deliberately causing damage or harm to something valuable or meaningful.
Examples:
Cyber vandalism. Vandalism at shrines. The graffiti on the wall was an act of vandalism that caused damage to public property.
Unacceptably.
in a way that is not acceptable or satisfactory.
Examples:
Unacceptably high prices. Unacceptably poor. The restaurant's service was unacceptably slow.
Procure.
To obtain, acquire, or secure something, often by effort or skill.
Examples:
Procure a rare antique. Procure services. I need to procure some supplies for the upcoming project.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Prejudice.
A thought or feeling that is unfair and makes no sense, mainly when it is formed without enough thought or knowledge.
Examples:
Deep-rooted prejudice. Color prejudice. This community is free of social prejudice.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.